Hello, this is Keith Hall, and today's tutorial will be on how we could create cool transition effects using CSS and HTML. On the left-hand side, you'll see a web browser, and watch what happens when I hover over each little box. See what happens? The border grows, and then like a glowing effect will happen also. Then of course the text changes colors. So let's see how we can create an effect like this. So let's look at the index.html file. I'm just using a style CSS file that I created. And then we have a body tag, and then we have 3 anchor tags here. Each anchor tag is referring to each one of these. Okay, and I'm just using a text in between the anchor tag. Let's go to CSS file. So basically, it's very simple. This area up here is just kind of standard. I'm styling the default for the entire body area, and then the body tag is I'm just using the justify content and align items properties, and I'm centering these anchor tags here. And then the background color just set to black. So now the styling of the anchor tags is basically I'm setting a padding of 10 pixels and 30 pixels. These two values are referring to, the first value is referring to the top and bottom padding, and the second value is referring to the right and left padding within the anchor tag. So basically it's setting, as you can see, the padding on the inside of this. Once it's hovered, you could see the pixels, 10 pixels up and down here, and the right and left is set at 30 pixels. And then the margin is, again, the values are 0 and 15 pixels. The first one is for the top and bottom margin, and the second value is for the right and left. The color now, it's a green color of the text. So initially I'm setting the color to this hex value of 99B as in boy 433, and it's this green color right here. So in a little while you'll see why these two colors are different than this one. So the text decoration is, remember, for an anchor tag initially you'll have an underline underneath it. So I'm setting the value to none, which means it removes that hyperlink that's underneath the anchor tag. The text transform, if we go back here to the index file, I have this uppercase and lowercase. So once we use text transform to set the uppercase, it's just going to take the value within the anchor tag and make all the letters uppercase. So that's what that's doing. The letter spacing is set at 4 pixels. So in other words, the space between each letter is how that is affected. The font size is 20 pixels. So the text size basically is set at 20 pixels. Overflow hidden. What this does is, watch what happens when I take this out. Now I'm going to refresh the screen and just watch what happens to the text. I'm going to zoom in. As you can see, each border basically is extending beyond its width. So that's what overflow hidden does. So if I put that back, you're not going to see that overflow. See, it makes a nice sharp corner now. So that's what that does. And the transition property set at 0.5 seconds. So in other words, when I load this, watch what happens. It takes about 0.5 seconds to load up and display on your screen. Now this file here, or this this tag or this styling, nth-child, I'm going to the first anchor tag. So if we go back to the index, nth child, so the nth child, there's 3 anchor tags here. So I'm targeting the first one here. So let's go over here. So basically the filter property, what I'm doing is I'm changing the original color of the text and anything around it from this green to this value right here. Hue-rotate will just rotate the color by 115 degrees. And the same thing with this one right here, which is the third nth child. And again, I'm rotating, I'm using a hue-rotate function, and I'm rotating the original color to 270 degrees, which creates this pinkish color. Now I'm targeting the hover studio event for the anchor tags. So basically when I'm hovering over it, this styling will take effect. So again, it doesn't matter, because I'm using this hue-rotate, this color is going to be different. But for the second one, I'm not modifying it. So it's going to be this color here, greenish color. The text color is going to be white. So when I hover over it, you could see the text changes to white. And then the box shadow has 4 values. The first and second value are the horizontal and vertical offset. So basically, if I wanted like a vertical or horizontal offset, the shadow would show here, but I'm not doing that. But however, the third value is the blurring effect. It's set at 50 pixels. So when I hover over it, you could see the blurring effect that takes place outside of this anchor box here. And of course, the color, again, is set to this green color for the second one. But remember, the styling that I'm using for the anchor tags is I'm only targeting the first one and the third one. So it's going to change these colors to whatever the hue-rotate is. Okay. Now the studio event for the anchor tag before. So basically before the browser displays everything, it's going to execute basically this. And so what you could see on the left hand side, it's building a slight border on the top and left right here at 2 pixels for the top and 2 pixels for the left. So it's referring to this corner right here. And it's setting it as a solid, 2 pixels, and the color. Again, this color is going to get modified when you use the hue-rotate function. The transition is 0.5 seconds and the transition delay is 0.5 seconds. So basically, when I hover over it, you could see that it paints on the screen in a slow effect instead of all at once. Again, with the hover before studio event, the width now of this border basically is now going to be 100% of the width of this cell here and 100% of the height. So now you can see a solid border around the entire area instead of what you see right now, which is just covering the left top left and a bottom right. And I'm doing the same thing for this. You have a before studio event and an after studio event. And this is going to target the right side, the right, bottom right. So that's basically what this is, the border dash bottom, border dash right properties. Again, it's set at the width and height of 10 pixels. And again, the border is going to be the same. 2 pixels with its solid border and the color. And again, you have another one for the hover event afterwards. So when you hover over it, again, these borders will become 100% the width and 100% the height of your cell. So that is how you could do a special transition effects using the transition delay and transition properties for your individual tags, and how you could change like the border effect and adding a blur, as you can see here what it does. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful for you today. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you have any more ideas on how to do something with CSS and HTML, again, add your comments in the section below this video, and I'll be glad to look at it and create a video for you. Thanks again for supporting this channel. Remember to subscribe and click on that bell notification so you always get updated when a new video is ready. And also, please like, share, and comment. I'd appreciate it. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.